I must admit, for being 3D, she was quite remarkable. Of course, just the idea of a 3D makes me cringe. Oh yeah, and Byakuya, for some reason, she's like constantly, like every 5 seconds, like, hey, Genocide Jack though. Genocide that Jack though. That's what I'm doing. God, I need to mess with my stream board too, because it's just all over the place right now. Is everybody ready? Am I blind or are we missing someone? Yo, Toko's not here. And Toko is... Wow, even like Monokuma's kind of throwing some shade. I kind of feel bad for her. Kidding. How could I forget that little nut job? She's a crucial part of this the class trial this time.
What are you gonna do?
Okie dokie, go ahead and drag her out here, kicking and screaming. Just one moment, please. Bro. Just said, hold on. Oop, don't do that. Just like he said a few minutes later, he reappeared dragging Toko behind him. Okay, Toko, chill. I told him I don't want to, but he forced me. I can't believe he would drag a girl around. Oh, okay. There's some, and also there was something going on between her and Byakuya, because he was like, hey, she was like, I promise I wouldn't say anything or whatever. So now that everyone's here, right? Okay, then hustle to the elevator and let's get this show on the road. I'll see you guys down there.
Let's go.
So shall we get going? It's time to find out who killed Chihiro. Chihiro Fujisaki. She was so, oh, why did I do that voice for him? She was so gentle, so calm, so meek, and nobody had a problems with her because she was so meek. Someone made the choice to kill a girl like that. Damn. And that murderer is one of us. Someone standing right here. It is. Who is it? Oh, I'm just supposed to talk to people. All right, talk to you. Right to left, or left to right. You ready? We doing this? Sakura, baby girl.
Well then.
I won't cover the villain who's performed such heinous acts on this individual. Okay, cool. Kiyotaka. I don't know why the killer did what they did, but I'm sure it'll work itself out. Justice always prevails, right, bro? I'm assuming he's talking to you, so naturally go here.
Hey, come on.
Fucking Toko, man. What's got her so worked up? Okay. Why is Kyoko's like chilling in the corner? All right.
Shall we go?
All right. Of course, you have very little to say.
Oh,
I keep forgetting that she exists because she's so like doesn't fuck with anybody. Miss Fujisaki, I must admit, for being 3D, she was quite remarkable. Of course, just the idea of a 3D makes me cringe. All right. I try to defend you sometimes, but then you just say shit. All right, that was from Toko. Celeste. There is something odd about Toko's behavior. Yeah, because Byakuya is up to some such shit. I don't trust him because he's goading me for the Genocide Jack. I'm just like, I don't like, why are you suggesting it so hard? And why were you being so cooperative when you literally just said, I ain't working with nobody. I gave you plenty of work with shows. See, look, and like, why me of all people? Like, I'm not anybody. Well, out of all these people, I'm kind of the most reasonable person here. And then Hina, I guess I wasn't much help at all on this one. Or maybe she was. Is that a hint that she was? Okay, let's go. Go. We have to speed run this. We have no choice, right? We have to do this.
True.
Yes. Okay. I wasn't directly talking to you, but sure. One last deep breath and I walk toward the elevator on shaky legs. With each step forward, I can feel my heart racing. These weak arms are heavy. As soon as everyone was on the elevator, began to descend, I could get a handle on my emotions, couldn't stop speculating. So, how's everybody doing? You know? Yeah. This is an awkward elevator ride. The deeper we went, the uneasy in my heart grew bigger and bigger. That's not good. The elevator was unaffected, however, and continued to descend without hesitation until finally it came to a sudden stop. What do you think? I redecorated it. Isn't it so exciting? Don't waste our time with stupid questions. Let's get this over with. Good. You're right. Rip, raring to go. Gotta say, I don't hate it. Not at all.
Well,
Okay, then, let's get this show on the road.
thrills, chills, kills.
Everyone, please find your seat. Okay, damn. And so, the curtain once again opened. A deadly judgment, a deadly deception, a deadly betrayal, a deadly riddle, a deadly defense, a deadly faith, a deadly class trial. All right. Here. Okay, set skills. I got 3 SP of 14. Increases damage to the opponent when statement is destroyed. Okay. Well, increased damage to the opponent when statement is destroyed during the battle. Okay, increases bullet capacity. Okay, so that's equipped. I have 3 more. Dang it, I don't have enough SP for vocabulary. Like, vocabulary is really... Alright, feels like I'm not doing things right. Open heat handbook. Let's look at these truth bullets. Monokuma file 2. Fujisaki Chihiro. Okay, death was from below. I was in the girl's locker room. On the death was a blow to the head with a blown object. She was killed instantly. Sakura's account. Although Chihiro wanted to get stronger, she declined several invitations from Sakura, and Aoi may have used the locker room late at night to avoid them. Despite Chihiro had stated that she desired help with her efforts, she may have been meeting someone. Ooh, that is something interesting. I did not know that was an option. Locker room dumbbell. Okay, dumbbell found on the girl's locker room floor with a amount of blood on it. Mondo's account. Chihiro had told anyone willing to listen that she wanted to get stronger. Some assume it's due to her inferiority complex about being weak. He admires strength more than anything else. Wow. Okay, card reader. To the locker room, you need to swipe your e-handbook over the card reader. You need a male student for the boys, females for the girls. Or see, it is not possible for 2 people to enter at the same time. Okay, and additionally, lending someone your handbook is a violation of school regulation. Okay. All right, that's going to be weird because you can borrow it from somebody. Or now is it additionally lending? Okay. All right, let's look at this one. Handbook of each one who died. Okay. Broken e-handbook. Okay, this one is the one that like they Junko and Sayaka's handbook both seem to work, so it is assumed that the broken handbook is Leon's. Okay. However, Monokuma claims it's very unlikely that Leon's handbook would have broken. Okay. So something's up with that. Genocide Jack. Suspected Genocide Jack victims include Ken Harada, Tetsuya Honda, Soji, blah blah. Okay, they were killed the same way. Amount to wall. Word on wall. Blah blah. There was like a weird like knife in their hands as well. Aoi's account, Chihiro seemed to have cautiously kept her distance from other girls at the school, even from the beginning. Meanwhile, she had noticed that she got along remarkably well with her male classmates. Okay. Boys' locker room. Carpet in the boys' locker room was found from the blackish stain on it. Okay, because it seems like they switched the blood was found on a poster in the girls' locker room. The poster was found. Poster was a big-breasted supermodel among young boys. So the murder took place in the boys' locker room, I assume. How did Chihiro get into the boys' locker room? Here, or unless she stole one of the e-handbooks to get into the boys' locker room. Why would she do that? Chihiro's handbook was not found on her corpse. It's apparently gone missing. Is hers the broken? No, the okay, it was tied and it's the extension cord. Disappearing stain. Mentioned it. That was responsible for a coffee stain on the locker room because they switched the carpets. The boys' locker room or the boys' locker room carpet is in the girls' room, and then the boys is in the girls' room and the girls is in the boys' room. So that's why the coffee stain is in the boys' desk lamp. However, the extension cord had gone missing at some point, and the lamp cord couldn't reach the outlet. So there's an extension cord, which is probably what is around. Okay. All right, just reading everything because I really don't want to like repeat everything over again. So we're gonna hopefully get through this trial. All rise.
Let's begin with a basic explanation of the class trial. So, your votes will determine the results.
Good.
If you can figure out who done it, then only they will receive punishment. But if you pick the wrong one, then I'll punish everyone besides the blackened, and the one that deceived everyone else will graduate. Okay, then. So, first off, let's talk about the murder weapon!
Okay, first we have to make it clear, the fatal blow. Okay, I think it was the dumbbell, right? Make an argument. Locker, oh, okay.
Chihiro's fatal injury. It appears it was a head wound.
According to the Monokuma file, the killer used a blunt instrument. But what kind of blunt instrument could it have been?
Oh. You think you have some sort of proof that oh, shit. Shit, there must be contradiction in the statement somewhere. Okay, so I gotta listen to
fatal injury. It appears it was a head wound.
Yes, that's correct.
According to the Monokuma file, the killer used a blunt instrument.
Contradict, I can't.
What kind of blunt instrument could it have
Okay.
been? I bet it was an iron pipe.
Fuck!
That certainly would make for a powerful weapon.
No.
Poor Chihiro.
Okay, it's the like I got it. You don't have to keep.
Chihiro's fatal injury. It appears it was a head wound.
According to the Monokuma file, the killer used a blunt instrument. But what kind of blunt instrument could it have been?
All right, he's gonna say iron
I
pipe.
bet it was an iron pipe.
Damn, I had to literally lead that shot. I don't like that.
Can we agree that the object that dealt the fatal blow was the dumbbell found at the scene of the crime?
Yeah, we can agree to
It was
that.
covered in blood, and there was nothing else at the scene that could have caused that kind of injury.
And the wound on the victim's head is consistent with the shape of the dumbbell. As far as I'm concerned, there's no mistake and no room for doubt on this one.
Okay.
You looked at her head wound?
I mean, we're investigating. What are you actually talking about?
If
Like-
you don't mind,
I never side with Kirigiri, but this
Let's
time
move on to discussion of the culprit.
I'm like, yeah, you gotta check.
Although I believe the criminal behind this heinous act.
I swear to
is
God, if you don't
already
shut the
quite
fuck up.
clear.
What? For real?
Chihiro's killer is
Nobody.
fiendish serial killer
Byakuya.
Genocide Jack.
Like, bro. A new element has been found. A new element has been added. Non-stop debates. Would you like to hear more? Absolutely, please, for the love of God. For the debates, lines of white noise will appear to disrupt your reaction. Your truth bullets will disappear if they hit these lines. Think of them as obstacles. A way to keep the white noise getting in your way. The right mouse button to attach a silencer, which you can shoot the white noise. If you shoot the actual remark with your silencer instead of the white noise, the time level will decrease. So careful to aim. Okay. But okay. Just have fun. Okay. Let's see how bad this white noise is. Okay.
The culprit is Genocide Jack. I'm sure of it. Case closed, as far as I'm concerned.
But
Well,
that's impossible.
Why? What makes it impossible?
Well, I mean, come on. There's just no proof for it.
Hey, so speaking of Genocide Jack,
this is like
I don't know
terrible.
who that is.
A lot of people don't know who it is. Yeah, I'm trying to hit the white noise.
Culprit is Genocide Jack. I'm sure of it. Case
Okay.
closed, as far as I'm concerned.
But that's impossible.
Ah, fuck.
What makes it impossible?
Well, I mean, come on. There's
Yeah,
just no proof for it.
It's like it's
Speaking of
this is
Genocide
so
Jack,
fucking hard.
I don't know who that is.
The culprit is Genocide Jack. I'm sure of it. Case closed, as far as I'm concerned.
But that's impossible.
Why?
Okay,
What makes it
lag.
impossible?
Well, I mean, come on. There's just no proof for it.
Hey, so speaking of Genocide Jack, I don't know who that is.
Okay, so I'm supposed to hit Genocide Jack, right?
The culprit is Genocide Jack. I'm sure of it. Case closed, as far as I'm concerned.
But that's impossible.
Why? What makes it impossible?
Well, I mean, come on. There's just no proof for it.
Okay.
No, it's wrong.
All right, I was confused about what I need to hit, so it was the no proof part. It's the case file that.
I might know one reason he could be involved.
What?
I found this file while I was looking around the archive in the library.
Am I on gentle? Is that
I
why?
guess it's some kind of confidential file the police put together about the Genocide Jack case.
What? That's kind of weird as shit, isn't it? What was something like that doing in the library?
I mean, there's a lot of other fucked up stuff in the library.
The why of it is probably more trouble than it's worth. So let's forget about that for now.
Directing
More
the conversation.
It outlines all the specifics of every Genocide Jack case in exceeding detail. According to the file, there appear to be two defining characteristics in every Genocide Jack case.
Okay.
The first is that a bloody message is found written at the scene of every murder.
Oh, that's right. Food lust.
No. It's actually bloodlust.
But more important is the other characteristic, and it's something that has never been made public.
Yeah, they're them being hung,
Never
right?
made public? What the hell is it?
Why don't you tell them, Makoto?
Yeah. How the victim was positioned.
I got it!
Yeah.
Apparently, in every Genocide Jack case, the killer suspends the body in a certain way. Other than the killer, the only people who know about this are the higher-ups in the police department.
Yep.
However, Chihiro was most definitely suspended in the same way. So, how did the culprit know about this when only high-level police officials were aware of it?
Well, I mean, they looked at the case
There's
file.
only one logical answer I can think of.
They looked at the case file that's located in the school.
It's because the culprit in this case.
Oh, why is this
the
picture
real
shaking like
Genocide
this?
Jack.
Like, because of Genocide Jack.
You're saying Genocide Jack is one of us?
Yes, in fact, it's Toko.
What?
Genocide Jack's true identity is Toko Fukawa.
What? Hey, okay, wait, hold on a sec. Toko has like blood
Oh.
phobia or whatever, remember?
Blood
What kind of
phobia.
serial killer is afraid
She
of
does?
blood?
Is Toko Genocide Jack? The answer is yes and no.
Another riddle. Man, why is this gotta be so complicated?
Yeah, just answer the fucking question. A riddle for sure, but I feel like I understand. Oh, that fucking makes sense. Cause she was acting, I think I know, cause she was acting stupid or whatever, or weird when she hit her head or whatever. Does she have multiple personality disorder? Hangman's Gambit. What is this? HI. Is it S? C? Is it really? Hold on. That's not how you spell kiss. Fuck that.
Is it because
And also,
Genocide Jack
that is not a very good thing to have. Cancel Danganronpa.
I think I read that somewhere in the file too. They thought that the suspect might have, what did they call it?
Schizo.
Dissociative identity disorder.
And in his head, it was schizo.
Still, to go and say that about Miss Fukawa is...
Perfectly acceptable. Toko's strange behavior after seeing the body is proof enough that she has a split personality.
She fainted. Or her behavior changed. It's either she fainted, because she did faint, or her behavior changed. Her behavior changed.
You're talking about how she started acting totally different.
That's
than
weird and out of nowhere. I don't know if I
That's
like
right.
that.
Think back. She fainted when she saw Chihiro's corpse, and then, when she woke up,
She's acting all goofy and her tongue was out. Oh, dead body, are you dead? She must have hit her head really hard when she fainted. The world in front of, back, top, inning, and the bottom. Okay, alright. She's acting all
She was
weird.
acting funny, that's for sure. That melancholy tone of hers completely disappeared.
Mm-hmm.
Don't go assigning adjectives to my tone without permission.
I mean,
not
it
to
is what it
mention, Once
is.
she regained consciousness and saw Chihiro's body again, she was utterly calm.
Okay.
In other words, within her is one personality that can't handle blood, and one that obviously can.
What?
So
Okay.
when Toko trapped herself in her room, it's because she was scared of Genocide Jack?
She was scared of letting it out? Oh, this makes more sense. I was thinking she was talking to Byakuya, but still,
The
it's still
reason she
sus that
locked
you keep.
herself in her room wasn't to keep other people from getting in.
It's from Jack to get out.
It was to keep her other personality from getting out.
Stupid, I'm not gonna
What?
get the chance.
Toko was afraid. afraid of the murderous fiend inside of her, of killing even more people.
Understandable.
Yeah. How can you know all this?
I do believe you misunderstood her. What she's trying to say isn't, how can you know all this?
Okay.
What she wants to know is, how could you tell them?
Huh?
Last night,
I'm with Hina right now.
Monokuma gave his motive speech, Toko and I had a strange conversation. She told me a most interesting story. She said a murderous fiend lived within her, and she was afraid it could appear and attack at any time.
Okay.
And that trepidation is what's caused her to have such a bleak attitude. Isn't that right, Toko?
Are you sure about this?
This is all a lie. Right, Toko?
I don't know. It just seems weird and out of nowhere.
What?
You promised. I can't believe you lied.
You have only yourself to blame. You came to me with your tragic little story. I didn't ask you to. This is the real world, not some romantic fantasy fairy tale. Besides, you broke your promise first. You
Okay.
said that as long as you were here, no matter what, you wouldn't let Genocide Jack kill anyone. But in
When did he
spite of
tell?
that
But
promise,
when she's confided him about this? Oh, I'm sorry. I couldn't keep our promise. I guess that's what she was talking about. We don't. It all happen again. I won't let Genocide Jack take over. Well, I mean, like, because you'll be executed in the class trial.
You said if I kept my promise, you would go out with me. That's the only reason I promised.
Oh, okay.
How many times do I have to tell you? I never said that.
Yo.
You weren't able to do it. You just couldn't resist that rush you got from killing, could you?
I tried. I swear I tried to control it,
But your efforts were useless. What a disappointment.
I hate you.
Well, the opening act is nearly finished. All that's left is to hear from the person in question directly.
The person you don't mean.
Somebody duff her real quick. Togo's body suddenly lunged backward, a huge thud across the room. Then the next second.
Well, hello there. Is it me you were hoping to see?
What the heck?
He's like, oh, why does she have to be next to me?
Well, whatever. What are you gonna do?
Okay.
I'm the ultimate murderous fiend, Genocide Jack! Or better yet, let's go with Genocide Jill!
Okay.
What is this?
Toko, what happened to you?
Not Toko, that's a loser name. And what happened is a textbook split personality.
Yeah, what happened to
That
that?
happens to be a serial killer. You should turn a blind eye to one's faults.
Not if they're a serial killer. That's where you actually draw the line.
Relax.
Tense.
Like they say, sound in murderous mind, sound in murderous body.
This one is so different from the one we've come to know.
Okay.
Yes, well,
Honestly,
the
kinda
world
like her
is
better.
composed of a front and a back, you know. Just like how every inning has a top and a bottom, or how in the depths of every truth lives a little lie.
You put the tongue back in her
Behind
mouth.
each dark and gloomy soul lives another that shines as bright as the sun.
Alright. Alright. Okay. Alright. So she's Genocide Jack? This is beyond insane. This is unfathomable.
Can I ask you a question?
What's up?
Some of us think you might be the mastermind behind our entire situation. What are your thoughts on that?
Well, I'll tell you. I am the mastermind of all masterminds.
Sure.
Just kidding.
Then it's not true?
Of course it's not true. How dare you try to link me to that creepazoid?
Damn, he's like, we don't fuck with her.
Government and society in the outside world are totally powerless.
Okay.
I mean, they just let this idiotic, bloodthirsty maniac go buck wild all over town.
I mean,
Sure, I'm a bloodthirsty maniac, but life is pain, right? To live is to hurt other people.
what?
It's a necessary evil if you want to survive. The act
No.
of living itself causes pain for everyone.
Just kidding again.
All right.
This should be enough
I'm down
to
with
convince you.
executing.
This murderous
I don't care if
fiend
she's
is
innocent.
responsible for Chihiro's death. There's clearly a motive, so there should be no doubt.
Okay.
A motive?
Remember what Monokuma told us? If someone didn't murder and graduate within 24 hours, an embarrassing memory or secret would be revealed. Well, let's assume that Toko's secret was about Genocide Jack. If a secret like that came to light, Toko's life would have undoubtedly been forever ruined.
Okay.
So she had a very clear motive to never have that side of herself exposed.
Interesting. Very,
I forgot about the
very
motive.
Interesting. But sorry, as much as I hate to admit it, I'm not the culprit.
Huh?
But I cannot imagine anyone other than you could murder someone in such a bizarre fashion.
Maybe so, but nevertheless, it's the truth.
Do you really expect any of us to believe you?
Yeah. I could never believe a word you say, you monster.
So we have to prove that. Okay. So it's how. Well, for one, there's no way Toko can pick up a fucking giant dumbbell and smack him over the head with that amount of force. I'm sorry. Status of dead body.
Sorry, but I didn't kill anyone.
You say that, but do you really expect any of us to believe it?
Perhaps if you had an alibi, that would change things.
Oh, an alibi, huh? Now we're talking.
When you compare your past murders to this incident, the modus operandi matches completely.
All right, yeah, the way the body was positioned, bitch. I think I'm on kind because they're not. Well, I don't know. It just. Let me not jinx myself. I was about to say it seems a little bit too easy.
I think there's a slight difference between the Genocide Jack cases and this one.
Okay.
How's it any different?
Uh-oh, you don't know?
It's how they were killed.
Human garbage, let me tell you! I murder with passion and conviction. I consider myself a professional, and I have a very particular way of doing things. Imagine you go to a fancy Italian restaurant.
Oh, it's those scissors, them Kingdom Hearts looking ass scissors.
But what happened to Chihiro? It'd be like if that same Italian restaurant started using ragu or Chef Boyardee.
Boyardee.
No creation of mine.
TM.
Let me rephrase that in a way that maybe makes more sense.
I don't know. That kind of hit the nail on the
There are
head.
two clear differences between the Genocide Jack cases and this one.
All dudes, and the Kingdom Hearts scissors. When you walk away.
I got it.
You won't hear me
The
say,
cause of death is different.
please.
In the Genocide Jack murders, all the victims were killed the same way. According to the case file, they were all apparently killed with a pair of scissors.
Okay.
But Chihiro died from a blow to the head, right?
Mm-hmm.
Ah, yes. That is remarkably different from the other murders.
Wouldn't it be strange for someone who kills the same way without fail to suddenly change
And
their
also,
method?
pick up a dumbbell and try to swing
And
hard
there's
enough to
more.
kill me.
One more conflicting detail.
That's right. In my recipe of murder, if the bloody message is the tortellini,
Okay.
And the arrangement of the body would be the pesto sauce.
Okay.
Could you please stop comparing killing people to cooking?
I mean,
So, are you saying the other difference
takes the same amount of effort,
was
so.
arranged?
Right, the second difference is how it was. Oh, okay. Oh, okay. They were suspended by being stabbed through the hands. What they used to suspend her.
Do you remember what the killer used to suspend her?
I did it.
He used some kind of rope to hang her up by her wrists.
Extension cord.
What is your point?
What do you mean?
Well, in all the
That's
previous
literally the whole
Genocide
entire
Jack
point. She was
cases,
hung.
Something else was used to suspend them. Specifically, pairs of razor-sharp scissors.
And guess what? I used my own specially designed scissors for the murders and the arrangement. Like I said, I'm a professional, so naturally I'm very picky about the tools I use.
Okay.
And you know what else?
Okay.
Mac said there's two differences, but he's wrong.
Big Mac? Are you referring to me?
Listen up, Big Mac.
Don't call me Big Mac.
There's one more difference.
Huh?
Actually, call me Big Mac.
You really didn't notice? Take a look at who the victims were in each Genocide Jack case. There's a pattern there, just waiting to be discovered.
A pattern?
I don't know why this is important.
And it'll be plain as death why I couldn't have possibly killed that little lolly girl.
Yeah, she all dudes. That's the thing that I noticed. It was a sausage fest. All right. Because Chihiro was a girl.
I got it!
She was a girl.
Because Chihiro was a girl?
Bingo, bullseye, right on the money.
That's why it was so important to give like the names and show them.
In all the Genocide Jack cases, all the victims had something in common.
They had wee-wees. Yeah, they're all dudes.
They were all guys?
Yep.
That's right. The people I killed with such passion and conviction are all adorable little men. I can't believe I said it. I'm so embarrassed.
I mean, you have a type. She crazy, bro. Why is that where you're like, oh my god, that's nuts?
And the mopey side of me just hates it. But now I'm on the fast track to becoming a full-fledged man madam.
So since Chihiro was a girl and not an adorable little man, you wouldn't kill her?
Adorable little man.
When Italian chefs suddenly start making ramen just because they're both noodles? Don't be stupid.
Why do we keep talking about Italian chefs?
So much passion and conviction to cross that line. That's the absolute reality of the one and only.
We get it. You've clearly explained your hobby and your philosophy. But that's not all there is to it.
Oops, that was very low.
It's a different matter entirely, when you're forced to kill in order to survive.
Quiet, lolly cur!
Lowly, cur.
I would never kill for a reason as petty as mere survival.
Okay.
And if by some fluke I did kill to survive, why would I bother with the message and arrangement? It'd make me the obvious suspect.
Ooh, Byakuya, getting played.
Does make some amount of sense.
Like,
Whatever reason I have for killing, I would never leave out my prized scissors.
yo, so those scissors gifts I gave her was fine.
Heavy dumbbell. Maybe you used the dumbbell because you couldn't find any scissors in the school. Any scissors? I don't just use any scissors. I only use my own set of high-class envy of the entire world scissors.
Okay, whatever. There still aren't any in the school.
Are you sure about that?
She's fully equipped.
That's right! So I can kill anywhere, anytime!
I mean, good for you, I guess.
Dumbbells are rough when I have my trusty scissors by my side!
But, okay, how though?
Can you gutter dogs, all of you?
Do you make them? Do you custom make them? Are you selling them on Etsy? Can I get some?
I have no clue how to tie a good knot.
Toko scissors?
The rope's probably out of the question anyway!
Kiyotaka, chill.
I have no idea what's going on anymore. Could such a heinous villain really be innocent?
But the body really was suspended, right? And nobody but the police knew about that.
Byakuya.
That's why we figured it had to be the real deal and not
No, the file was literally available at the school. Anybody could have saw that and be like, ooh, let me do a copycat. It's fucking Byakuya. Alright. Where your bitch ass at? There we go. Oh, look at him sweating. Yeah, boy. Boy, I got you.
Why the fuck you lying? Why you always lying? Oh my god. Stop fucking lying.
Alright. Oh, enter.
Here's my answer.
But you're not probably the villain because it's like only 30 minutes in.
You'd have no problem gaining access to classified government documents or internal police records. Plus, you'd already looked through the Genocide Jack file before this all happened, hadn't you?
Are you saying Mr. Togami did it?
Then the reason he pushed the theory of Genocide Jack being the killer so hard was
Yeah.
because he wanted to pin the crime on her.
So, he rearranged the scene to disguise it and make it look like I put my stamp on it!
But then again, it is too easy and it's too early. I don't know who could be the actual killer then.
I'm on fire!
Well, Byakuya,
Alright.
what's your response?
Calm yourself.
I see. So now the suspicion falls on me. Then I must ask, when would you say I began acting suspicious? Surely you must have an answer.
Looking back and thinking about it now, the way you were acting right before we discovered the body was a little strange.
In the locker rooms, they're suspicious, very suspicious indeed. Wouldn't you agree? Oh, suspicious. Okay.
You wanted to go to the girls' locker room right away, right? But since you're a guy...
I should have naturally thought of the boys' locker room first. Is that what you want to say?
Yep.
The victim was Chihiro, a girl. Hence why I said we should check the girls' locker room.
So you already knew that it was a girl?
Strange about that, I'd say.
On the contrary, there's something very strange.
Okay then, what's so strange about it? Go ahead, share with the rest of the class.
Non-stop debates. Would you like to learn more? Yes, please. We're going to add something called the truth flashback. If you aim at a weak spot and hold it down with the left mouse button, then you'll memorize the weak spot. This memorized phase can only be shot once as a single truth bullet. If you change the truth bullet, it will disappear from your truth cylinder. However, you can use this flashback feature as many times as you want. If you don't have an answer to a lie or contradiction in your truth bullets, it might be wise to memorize a different weak spot and use that to make your case. When's the best time to use a flashback? Well, you just have to use your keen wits. In this case, I'll show you how to use a flashback If they don't use a flashback, you won't be refuting anything. Well then, good luck, have fun. Fuck. Okay. Shit, was Monokuma file too?
So, you said Byakuya was acting kind of weird
Before we found the body.
But he was acting weird. How?
If you're presented with the opportunity to check out the girls' locker room,
you absolutely take it. That's a natural reaction for any guy.
Okay.
The victim was Chihiro, who was a girl. So of course I would suggest we check the girls' locker room first. There was no time for pointless. What's so strange about that?
I forgot what was
taking me with you.
Okay, hearing Byakuya's comment about Chihiro being a girl, realized that there's a clear contradiction here. Because it doesn't make sense how he could have known before. Okay, so yeah, before we even found the body, he was like, let's go investigate the... Okay.
So, you said Byakuya was acting kind of weird before we found the body. But he was acting weird... how?
If you're presented with the opportunity to check out the girls' locker room...
Alright, yeah.
You absolutely take it. That's a natural reaction for any guy.
The victim was Chihiro, who was a girl.
Yeah.
No, that's wrong.
Alright. Okay, good. It's nice to figure things out.
I'll tell you what's so strange about that. Because up until we actually discovered the body, we couldn't have known who the victim was. So your claim that you went to the girls' locker room first because Chihiro was the victim doesn't hold up.
Ooh.
I see. That's a good answer, I must admit.
Yeah, you looking stupid.
Very interesting indeed. But your reasoning is still too weak.
Huh?
What's wrong? Is that it? Surely you've got more than that. Go ahead, show us.
Yeah, he's getting all confident now. It's like he doesn't even care. I got him cornered, but he's acting like it has nothing to do with him.
You're not finished already, are you? There must be more to it.
Yes, there is. I have a pocket full of truth bullets.
I think.
There is more to it. Think about it.
Okay.
We just talked about the differences between this case and past Genocide Jack incidents. The proof you're looking for is hidden in there.
Oh, proof that I'm the culprit, you mean?
Alright, difference between this case and other genocide. Yeah, it's the cord. It's the cord. It's the cord. It's the cord. A. It's the cord. It's the cord because he was using the extension cord. Okay, the lamp.
What? The difference between the cases? You want me to explain it again? When I want to kill, I use my very own special scissors.
Okay.
And I use those same scissors to arrange the body.
But Chihiro was suspended with... it was some kind of rope. Was it not?
That's right. It absolutely was.
Okay.
Then there must be something very fishy indeed about that.
Yep.
Hey, Byakuya, where'd you get it from, huh?
I'd never seen that rope before in my life. Obviously,
Oh,
somebody
fuck.
else must have had it hidden away somewhere.
It's the second one. I might have to go on a bathroom break in just a second. I underestimated my my pee hole time.
What? The difference between the cases?
Oop, didn't mean to do that.
Explain it again? When I want to kill, I use my very own special scissors. And I use those same scissors to arrange the body.
But Chihiro was suspended with... it was some kind of rope. Was it not?
That's right. It absolutely was.
Alright, it's the
Then
second
there
to
must be
last.
something very fishy indeed about that rope.
Hey, Byakuya, where'd you get it from, huh?
I'd never seen that rope before in my life. Obviously,
Fuck you, you fucking.
What? The difference between the cases? You want me to explain it again?
Oh, I can. Okay.
When I want to kill, I use my
I'm
very
fucking
own
stupid.
special
I'm
scissors.
try hard.
I
Okay.
use those same scissors to arrange the body.
But Chihiro was suspended with... It was some kind of rope. Was it not?
That's right! It absolutely was!
Then there must be something very fishy in
Hey,
here with
Bianchio,
that
where'd you get the rope from?
Byakuya, where'd you get it from, huh?
I'd never seen that rope before in my life.
No, that's wrong.
No, that's wrong. No, that's wrong. No, that's wrong.
Actually, I'm pretty sure you have seen it before.
Ooh, Makoto, and there was a little bit of like, yo,
Because you see,
you've seen it
that
before.
rope, or should I say, that extension cord?
What? An extension cord?
What? If you look at it carefully, you can
Yucky.
tell.
You've used the extension cord in the library more than once, haven't you? And the same extension cord that was in the library all this time went missing after the murder.
Ooh, sus.
And there's no way someone who uses that extension cord as much as you do wouldn't discover that fact.
Then Byakuya must be the one who took the extension cord. I can't imagine any other possibility.
That's really what you think? Then your conclusion is something like this? I killed Chihiro in the girls' locker room, then hung her up and wrote that bloody message.
Yep.
I intentionally made it look like Genocide Jack was behind it.
Yep.
Is that about right?
Yes. Oh, he's doing it. He's too confident. He's totally calm, unconcerned, as if he's not even involved. Wait, not even involved.
What's wrong?
So I think he tampered with the body.
Hell yes, that's what happened. So that's it, right? Byakuya's the killer.
I don't disagree with not disagreeing.
Okay.
He kept calling this a game, right? So he'd be totally willing to do something like this to win.
But how would this help him win?
Sorry, but could we hold on just a second? I think we need to talk about this a little more.
Huh? Do we really need to? We've already decided who did it.
I know, but still, there's something that's still bothering me.
Is that right? And what, pray tell, is still bothering you? I killed her in the girls' locker room.
Yeah, the fact that you're admitting this, like, you know, if we...
Specifically, I dressed it up to make it look like it was the work of a homicidal psychopath.
But then again...
all that bothers you?
Yeah, you're admitting it too easily. So even if you did do it and we selected you, you would end the game. You would die. If it's not you, even if you did, even if either way you die. Because if we vote wrong, everybody but the murderer is getting killed. Shit, I forgot what he said. The scene of crime. I got so lucky.
Chihiro in the girls' locker room, right? But are you sure about that? Isn't it possible that the murder took...
How disappointing. What kind of question is that? Even in the world of disappointments, this is a true letdown. She was found dead in the girls' locker room. There is absolutely no question about that.
Nope, that's wrong.
How could the scene of the crime have been anywhere else?
No, that's wrong.
Sorry.
Well, I think it's entirely possible that she was killed somewhere else, then carried there later, along with the rest of the murder scene.
Ooh, yeah, because of the other facts I have.
Rest of the murder scene?
But Bianchi, you kind of sloppy because literally everybody knows that shit was moved
Please tell
around.
me you have a reason for saying all of that.
I do.
I
Just
do.
let me spit for a second. Did I just take you off guard? When the story suddenly moved to the crime scene, Byakuya, who's been so confident up until now, maybe Byakuya never realized that the actual scene of the crime could have been somewhere else. Maybe Byakuya never realized it.
Don't just
Okay.
move on without permission! What do you mean she was killed somewhere else?
Come on, Makoto. If there's any chance the murder took place somewhere else, let's see the
Oh,
proof.
so you don't even know that it was moved. So somebody else? Oh my fucking god. Okay.
I got it!
Alright.
The proof that she was killed somewhere else is the poster that's hanging in each locker room.
Hey, I did it somehow.
Is some posters?
The poster in the girls' locker room was a picture of a big boobed supermodel. But don't
Big
you think that's
boobed.
kind of strange? Why would the girls' locker room have a poster like that?
I bet those massive jugs of hers were totally fake!
Alright, chill.
Meanwhile,
No need to body
the
shame.
boys' locker room had a poster of the super popular boy band Tornado. Again, that doesn't really seem to belong in a boys' locker room.
I mean,
So
it's
you're saying
2022.
that maybe the posters were switched?
And there's one other thing I noticed about the locker rooms. You know what I'm talking about, right, Sakura?
You're referring to my protein coffee, aren't you?
Mm-hmm.
Protein coffee?
While
Yeah,
I
that
was in the
sounds
girls' locker room
horrendous.
Earlier, I spilled some protein coffee on the carpet. But I noticed that after the murder, the stain had been totally scrubbed away.
Alright. Well, for one, it's the coffee stain, right?
I got it! The stain on the girls' locker room carpet wasn't scrubbed away. In fact, I found it on the boys' locker room carpet.
Bam.
That's definitely the stain from my protein coffee.
Then, does that mean that the carpets were switched too? But why would anyone do that?
To move the murder scene from one locker room to the other. It's certainly plausible, don't you think?
Okay.
In other words, in order to completely swap the scene of the crime, the bloodstained poster and carpet were moved along with the dead body. By doing this, the killer was able to change the entire room where the murder took place.
Okay.
I can certainly follow your reasoning, but why would the culprit bother doing that?
Huh?
Why would they go through all that trouble of switching the scene of the crime? Actually, an even bigger question. If the murder did take place in the boys' locker room,
Yeah, how did Chihiro get into
then
the boys'
how
locker
did
room?
Chihiro get in the boys' locker room in the first place? To get into the locker rooms, you have to swipe your e-handbook across the card reader device. But Chihiro's handbook should have only allowed her access to the girls' locker room. She had no way to get into the boys' locker room to begin with.
No, she did have a way, and I can tell you what it was.
Ooh, okay. Yasuhiro, tell us.
Shut up! I'm telling you, I know how she could have done it.
Okay. Alright, tell us. Broken e-handbook, okay? Oh, I'm assuming he's going to say something about the Leon's handbook, okay?
Really possible? Could Chihiro really have gotten into the boys' locker room somehow?
Ah! I've got it! She must have hacked her e-handbook!
That's an
She
option?
was the ultimate programmer, after after all.
That is a valid
I'm
option.
sure that would have been no problem for her.
No, I don't think that's it. She used the thing that was in the main hall.
Yeah, you're gonna say that one.
What thing?
I'm talking about Leon's handbook, of course.
It's broken. You're wrong.
No, I don't think Chihiro used Leon's handbook.
Stupid, I'm not gonna let you get the chance.
Why not?
Because Leon's handbook was broken.
And we still don't know why.
Well, then, yeah, I guess that'd be pretty impossible.
And it's
huh?
mysterious.
I am struck silent by how quickly you gave up.
Plus, isn't there a regulation against using someone else's handbook?
Actually, the rule states that loaning your handbook is prohibited. It says nothing about borrowing one.
So you can't give it out,
In
but
other
you can't
words,
just
you
steal
could
it.
borrow a dead person's handbook all you want, and you'd be safe.
Yeah. Because they're dead. You can't,
Square on the noggin.
Of course, if it were broken, that wouldn't make any sense anyway.
So then, she must have hacked hers, like I said. She used her ultimate programmer skills and...
Psst. You can't fix an e-handbook. The instant you open one up, a security buzzer starts glaring.
So, if she
Okay.
didn't use Leon's handbook, and she didn't modify her own handbook...
Maybe
Alright.
Mr. Naegi's initial assumption is just wrong?
It seems like there's no way she could have got into the boys' locker room. So I guess so.
But she was still,
Okay then, I vote for Byakuya.
unless she was, that Chihiro was killed in the girls' locker room and Byakuya is the one who did it? Really? It can't have looped all the way back around to this. How the fuck? Okay.
I agree with
Interrupt
you.
me.
I think you're on the right track.
What the? You finally decide to open your mouth and that's what you've got to say?
Damn, okay. She was
There's no
validating
way
me.
she
Shut
could
up,
get in the boys'
Mondo.
locker room, right? So,
Why are you so sure she couldn't get in? There's still one other way she could have gained access.
what?
What are you talking about? What other way is there?
Well, to explain that, why don't we take a little break from the trial? I'd like you all to come see something.
Okay.
Wait. Just what do you think you're doing?
I'm with Monokuma. Y'all up here.
Don't worry. This'll make the whole trial more exciting. I'm sure that thought must
Ooh,
please
field
you.
trip.
Huh? It'll make things more exciting? Well, all right then. I declare an official class trial recess.
Okay.
For real?
Now then, what is it you want to show us? It better not be boring or I'll be very unhappy.
Oh, I have no doubt it'll meet your lofty expectations. So, shall we go?
Ooh, okay. So before I even knew what was happening, the class trial had been put on hold. Okay, interesting. Head off to, with Kyoko as the lead. Okay, this is interesting. Taking authority, I guess. All right, going back here.
The girls' locker room?
They ain't just leave her ass up there. Why don't you?
We've already searched this place top to bottom. What are you trying to pull, Missy?
I'd like you to examine the victim's body one more time.
Okay. It's a little iPad on there.
Be sure to examine the entire body very carefully. Take your time.
Examine her carefully? Like
Everybody but
using
Hifumi
our
examine her
hands?
carefully.
No way!
It's probably best if I don't run my hands all over a girl's dead body.
It's not that I'm creeped out or anything, it's just based on religious grounds, you know?
I can't sexually assault. Is it sexual assault if they're already dead? Let me not.
But you're a girl. You shouldn't have to touch a dead body.
You, oh my god, I'll touch the fucking body. God damn
No,
it.
it's okay. I think Chihiro would rather have a girl examine her.
Okay, thank you, Sakura.
So just
Jesus.
leave it to me.
Sakura.
What is this? Some kind of secret girl-on-girl action? Is that what you
Honestly,
do
people will
about?
pay for that.
That's
It'd be
not
illegal
all.
because technically they're underage.
Okay, here I go. I'm sorry, Chihiro. Please excuse the intrusion.
So nobody like thoroughly checked her body then. So that means she could have the like tablet somewhere on her.
Be sure to check her entire body, and I believe we will solve this particular mystery.
Okay.
Her entire body? I know you say that, but... What? This is... What is this?
What is it?
Not possible. It's not possible.
What? Eyes wildly at Chihiro's lifeless form. Her massive.
This girl is
Is what?
a boy.
Oh.
So
Oh.
she
Mm.
Actually,
Oh no, we're going to get problematic.
interesting. Thank you for confirming this fact.
Okay. I thought he was about to be like, I knew all along type beat.
Right?
Alright.
Wouldn't joke about this.
I accidentally touched balls. I hate balls.
True?
Alright.
Oh, what? You
So
guys didn't
Chihiro's
know?
packing heat.
Heck, I knew that right off the bat. Chihiro Fujisaki was totally a guy.
Oh, okay.
He was a cross-dresser? Oh, we're really on fire! I wish I had killed him!
So that's what
This is
Ryoko
kind of
wanted to
problematic.
show
Did she
everyone,
ever identify as a guy? Is she just wearing dresses?
Yes, that certainly does make things much more exciting.
Since she
Now
can't
let's
answer the
ride
question,
this
Chihiro will
wave of
always be a she to
excitement
me.
back to the courtroom and get back to the trial.
And it's also a fictional character that doesn't have any emotions or real life feelings.
Apologize for keeping you waiting.
Dang, we went all the way up there to grope somebody.
The class trial. We've all just learned of the shocking revelation that Chihiro was actually a boy.
Chihiro was packing heat.
Yes, well, I don't know his reason for hiding it, but the fact is, Chihiro was not a girl, but a boy.
Alright, I'm just gonna be that hold on.
And because the victim was male, he would have had no problem gaining access to the boys' locker room.
Okay, so I'm assuming that
Assuming
hold
his
on.
handbook did, in fact, list his gender as male, then yes, that would be true.
I'm assuming that she wanted to identify as a dude. I'm thinking this is a fucking video game. I don't give a fucking shit. It's a Japanese video game made in like 2010. There's no, I'm not going to fucking be like, oh, well, gender identity or whatever. They didn't think ahead about this.
Of course his handbook said he was a boy. He dressed like a girl, but he was a boy through and through.
I really wish they stopped
So
hammering that in.
There should be no issue with Makoto's initial assertion. The victim was killed in the boys' locker room, and was then later moved to the girls' locker room.
Okay.
And the killer could have easily used Sayaka or Junko's handbook to get into the girls' locker room.
So the culprit could either be a girl or a boy. It doesn't.
Chihiro really was killed in the boys' locker room?
Or it has to be
I
a boy
still don't
because
understand the motive for
they
moving
would
the
have to
body,
have been able to
but
get into the boys' locker
yes,
room.
that does seem plausible.
Well, I must admit, I did find it rather odd. I knew he felt a little off. There was a certain incongruity to his female body.
Okay.
Titillating situation!
So now everything has been connected. All the mysteries have finally become...
I don't like how Byakuya said that.
Connected or clear or whatever. We still think you're the killer, remember?
Yeah.
Very interesting.
Why are you doing this, Byakuya? There is like literally no...
He's off in his own little world.
What about you, Makoto? After everything we've learned, do you still think Byakuya's the killer?
Well, without a doubt, Byakuya is the one that made Chihiro's death look like Genocide Jack did it.
Yeah, but why? What benefit does he get from it?
But I think he might not actually be the killer after all.
What? But aren't you the one who accused him in the first place?
Well, I accused him of
Just
tampering
seems
with
to
the
be
body.
too easygoing about all this. Like he's enjoying us solving the mystery. The way he's acting, it makes it seem like it doesn't have anything to do with him.
So we know for a fact that he didn't
And you think that
kill,
might be
or
because
he doesn't
it
even know the
doesn't have
killer
anything to do
because
with
he
it?
didn't know that the room was switched, or
Plus, the evidence he left behind was a little too... how can I put it? Overt. He consciously
little
chose to
Uzi
use the
overt.
extension cord, knowing it could connect him to the murder. At least, that's how I see it. And Byakuya, when you found out the murder took place in the boys' locker room, it seemed to rattle you.
Mm-hmm.
And then again, when you found out Chihiro was actually a guy. If you really were the killer, that stuff wouldn't have had any effect on you.
So that's your thinking.
Chihiro is packing heat.
Well, it bothers me that you don't have more concrete reasons, but
I don't even know if that's even more appropriate to
I
say.
guess I'll mark it as correct for the time being.
Mark it as correct?
Because
He's right. I am not the culprit.
even if she is packing, because even if she did identify as a woman or as a girl, still doesn't change the fact you packing heat. Like, gender pronouns aside, you can still be a girl and pack some heat. It's 2022. So that's the descriptor here. Whether she was packing heat or not. I'm going to stop saying that.
I just happened to come across the corpse in the girls' locker room and decided to alter it.
Okay.
Are you fucking with us right now?
No, I am not effing with you right now. I'm telling you the truth.
Well, I find it very hard to believe.
Go ahead. Find it very hard to believe. You're free to be executed along with the rest of us.
If you're really telling the truth, then why? Why do you do that to his body?
My reasons hardly matter right now. Uncovering the culprit is much more important, wouldn't you say? Now then, if it wasn't me, who was it?
Well, I don't think I can say for sure without talking about it a little more.
We're seriously gonna keep going? We're all good, aren't we? I thought it was clear Byakuya did it.
No, I'm with Makoto. If there's any doubt whatsoever, we need to explore every possibility. Because if we're wrong, we all die here.
Yeah, so it has to be a boy.
Very well then. I'm with you too.
Because they would have to initially get into the locker room.
Do you not have a mind of your own?
Of course I do. What am I, an ant or something?
Anyway, let's discuss this all as a group one more time. We still have time to make our decision.
That's very true.
Our lives are all on the line.
Excellent. Then shall we resume our game of hide and seek?
Okay. Tomato, tomato. The killer's a guy. So they also stole probably Chihiro's ebook, so they won't know that she was a boy. Celeste.
Isn't there a single clue that might lead us to who did it?
Well, clues are one thing, but did nobody get a look at the killer?
I'm sure if someone saw the killer, they would have said something by now.
Perhaps someone saw the victim at some point. Even that might be enough for now.
Yeah. All we need right now is any kind of new info.
It's over. It's all over. You want to know who saw the victim? The killer. And only the killer. And it's not like they're just
Okay, the killer,
turn
only the killer's the
themselves
one that
in.
one, dude. Is
Game
there any way I could
over,
like
man.
fast forward
Game
this?
over.
No! Not game over!
Isn't there a single clue that might lead us to who did it?
Well, clues are one thing, but did nobody get a look at the killer?
I'm sure if someone saw the killer, they would have said something by now.
Perhaps someone saw the victim at some point. Even that might be enough for now.
Yeah. All we need right now is any kind of new info.
It's over. It's all over. You want to know who saw the victim? The killer. And only the killer.
There we go, Celeste. She saw Chihiro go alone at night because she got the little her little
Someone
duffel.
else did see the victim before he was murdered. What do you think, Celeste?
Now that you mention it, yes, I did see him.
Huh? Really?
Oh, but I suppose only Makoto knows about this. The rest of you had no idea, did you? That is why you're all making such ugly noises.
Whatever! Just hurry up and tell us!
It was last night, right before nighttime. I saw Chihiro in the dormitory warehouse. I saw him stuffing a track jacket into a duffel bag. And then, I assume, he headed off to exercise.
A track jacket and a duffel bag? But we didn't find anything like that at the murder scene.
It seems likely that the culprit destroyed them to get rid of any evidence.
And that is when he said something that struck me as rather odd.
Well, we getting kind of hurry.
Chihiro told me he was in a hurry. But why would he be in a hurry? Only if someone were waiting for him, I should think.
Okay.
So, Mr. Fujisaki was on his way.
Then that
to
means
meet
she
with
was
someone,
waiting for
and
somebody.
then they were going to work out together.
And
I had invited him to exercise with us plenty of times, and he
she was waiting for a dude. And there's someone else here that knows that she was a boy.
Which means that conversely, he must have trusted whoever he was meeting with very much. Enough so that he was willing to risk his secret being revealed.
Oh, what a marvelous friendship!
The point is, whoever he met up with is the culprit, right? So we just gotta figure out who it was.
But knowing what we know, I can't even guess.
Yeah, I don't even know at this
You
point.
already have what you need to make the connection.
What? Why are you goading me? Why are you guiding me?
You know who the killer is.
Okay.
Seriously?
Do I? I don't know who the fuck the killer is.
Think back to the track jacket and duffel bag the killer disposed of.
Okay.
Focus on the details of these items, and it should become obvious who was waiting for him.
Are you sure about
I honestly have no fucking clue.
You really think we can figure out who did it based on two pieces of evidence that we don't have?
Why? You want to track down some fingerprints or something?
Even if we had the equipment for that, we wouldn't know how to use it.
Yeah, we need everybody's fingerprints.
As was noted, the evidence is already gone. There's nothing to get fingerprints from.
Maybe, but we can make certain inferences if we just take the time to talk it out.
Okay.
Easy for you to say. But fine. Celeste, did you notice anything special about the bag or jacket? The bag was just a normal duffel bag from the warehouse. All the bags in there are the same, so I can't imagine what would make that one special.
Okay.
Well, if I remember right, there was a decent variety of tracksuits to choose from.
Okay.
Do you think there might be some connection between the culprit and Chihiro's jacket?
Perhaps.
The size?
Let's explore that and talk a bit more about the jacket he took.
What did Chihiro track down some clues about the killer? Okay. Somehow it's really hard to believe. Celeste account. Okay.
First of all, we know where Chihiro was headed. He was on his way to go exercise. So
Okay.
next we have to ask, why did he choose the specific tracksuit that he did?
What do you mean, the specific tracksuit?
Okay.
I got it! He picked that tracksuit because it matched the one the culprit was wearing.
So, what you're saying is, the killer was wearing the same blue tracksuit as him? My tracksuit is black.
I don't even have a tracksuit.
Okay.
This exercising sucks.
I have a white tracksuit personally.
Okay.
I got it from the warehouse, if you must know.
Did any of that really help us get any closer to figuring out who the culprit is?
No way. Not a chance.
I heard.
You heard him, right? What he just said without even realizing it?
Okay. She's right. Just now, what he said was really odd. How did he know something like that?
First of all, we know where Chihiro was headed. He was on his way to go exercise. So next we have to
Was it the
ask,
color of the track
why
jacket?
did he choose the specific tracksuit that he did?
What do you mean, the specific tracksuit?
I got it! He picked that tracksuit because it matched the one the culprit was wearing.
So, what you're saying is, the killer was wearing the same blue tracksuit as him?
Oh, okay. The blue. How did he know that it was a blue track jacket? Unless he's seen
Hold on
her
a
with the
second,
track
Mondo.
jacket.
What did you just say?
Huh? What'd I say?
When Celeste testified a few minutes ago, she said...
Yeah, she didn't say what color it was, but we can see that it's clearly blue
She never said anything about the jacket's color.
in the photo, at least.
So why did you say Chihiro's blue tracksuit?
What are you just...
It was Mondo?
What color was Chihiro's tracksuit?
As a matter of fact, it was blue.
That was out of nowhere. I didn't.
Damn the tribe. Did you tell anyone that?
The only one I told about any of this was you.
Then, Mondo, how did you know what color Chihiro's tracksuit was?
Because I just... I'm sure he saw the clothes at some point in the investigation.
Oh, he's defending his bro.
No, that can't be it. The bag and clothes were surely disposed of by the time we began our investigation.
Then the only reason he could have known what color the tracksuit was is if he saw Cherry with it before he died. That's the only possibility.
Cherry.
Are you talking about Chihiro? So, how about it? Did you see the tracksuit or didn't you?
Or no. I like this
Just
new
by
Toko.
chance. I just happened to see it last night. He walked past me.
She's much more
and he was carrying
confident.
the tracksuit in his hands.
No, that can't be it either. According to Celeste's testimony,
Okay. And just like that, she was gone.
when Celeste noticed it, Chihiro made a point of making sure the jacket was completely in the bag.
Okay.
If you just ran into him briefly, you couldn't possibly have seen what color the tracksuit was.
It would appear you've dug your own grave.
Damn, why did you have to be specific? You didn't have to say anything. Well,
That's why you said what you did. Focus on the tracksuit and it'll be obvious who he met with? What a bunch of nonsense.
yeah, she did that to bait
Now I
him.
understand. It was all one big bluff, wasn't it? Your true intention was to draw a slip of the tongue from the culprit. That's why you said you knew who did it, to put them on edge.
That's right. However, Mondo was my target all along. I had my suspicions about him from the very beginning.
How? I didn't even know.
But why? What made you so suspicious?
That's a good question.
Because I hated him. The way he talked? Was it the way he talked?
There was a certain turning point that tipped me off.
Okay.
Maybe you didn't notice it, Mondo, but you tend to refer to men and women differently.
I did not pay attention to
You
him
only
enough
call
to.
guys dude. For girls, it's chick. And after he was killed, you happened to refer to him as dude.
Okay.
Once I picked up on that, it occurred to me that Mondo knew something we didn't.
I did not pay attention to him talking.
Tiny detail? Are you a witch? She's a witch! You're positively frightful!
Yeah, I did not notice that either.
No, I'm not the frightful one. Not nearly as frightful as someone capable of murdering a friend.
Ooh, damn. When did she become a major character now?
Really you?
Up here
Did
talking.
you really kill Chihiro?
I didn't kill anyone! You've been all over me, judging everything I say, putting words in my mouth. What gives you the right to treat me like a goddamn criminal?
Yeah! He would never do something like that! This is a false accusation!
Hey, control your boyfriend.
It's true. My reasoning on that is pretty shaky.
That was fast.
Well, this does present us with a problem. It seems we are all out of leads.
My time has nearly come. That's what my little ghost friend is telling me.
Okay.
Oh yeah, that reminds me. Hifumi,
Get.
weren't you telling me you found some evidence?
Really? What kind of evidence?
He keeps talking about ghost friend.
Actually, now that I'm thinking about it here calmly, it might not be all that relevant.
Jeez, does your confidence just get up and walk away? It's fine, man. Just tell us.
If you really insist, then, here it is.
What do you have there?
It happens to be an e-handbook. I found it laying on the ground, so I scooped it up.
Okay. Chihiro's missing.
I got it! We know Chihiro's handbook was missing from the scene of the crime, right?
For a fact.
For a fact indeed.
You had this,
Totally
Hifumi?
sure I'd found it.
Then it must hold some clue about the culprit, right?
Well, that's what I was hoping. But it's busted. It won't even turn on.
I imagine the culprit broke it to get rid of any evidence after the murder.
But Monokuma is like saying it's unbreakable.
I didn't think the handbooks were quite so fragile.
You're right. They're not.
Mondo figured out a way to break
They're
it.
totally waterproof and shock resistant. It would take an awful lot to break one.
And yet, this one does appear to be broken, as is Leon's, sitting useless in the main hall. For all your confidence, that is a remarkably high failure rate.
Do you think there might be some kind of mystery in there somewhere?
Yeah, it has a
How
fatal flaw.
Precisely did the handbooks get broken?
By hacking it, by hitting a weak point, by exploiting a bug. Okay.
Shoot!
Ow, damn, a full heart.
My gun! You already told us before that the handbook has one weak point, didn't you?
Okay.
You remember that? Sure, maybe I let that slip, but I never told anyone what the weak point actually was.
But if the handbook is supposed to never break, and two of them broke in quick succession, then
we can only assume that someone's figured out its weakness. You know what the weakness is, right, Monokuma? So, what is it?
You're asking me?
I think it's a necessary piece of information if you want this to be a fair trial.
But if I tell you, and someone else decides to copy it, that would be very not
Why would you just make it a rule not to do that?
Already. Why would we want to break our own handbooks?
Oh well, I have a weakness for pushy demands. But you're sure you won't follow their example? Then allow me to make a special announcement. The weak point of my cutting-edge e-handbook is... when it's exposed to high temperatures for too long, it will suffer a meltdown and totally break!
Alright.
Flippin' knew it!
You knew it?
Yeah, because I found the handbook laying on the floor of the sauna.
Oh, okay.
The temperature in the sauna can reach over 200 degrees. Strange how you don't get burnt, huh? It's because as your sweat evaporates, it creates a cooling layer of air around your skin. If the hot air of the sauna were somehow pushed directly onto your skin, you'd definitely get fried. That layer of air would get blown away. That's why you may feel a burning when you move around. So when you're in a sauna, make sure to keep nice and still.
Interesting. I learned one new fact today.
Yeah, that's actually interesting. I did not know that.
Trifling speck of knowledge. Anyway, if you found the victim's handbook in the sauna, then the killer must have been purposely trying to raise its temperature in order to break it.
Meaning the culprit somehow knew its weakness.
Okay, I was
But
thinking
how'd
the
they
steam,
find
but
out?
okay.
Monokuma said he didn't tell anyone, right?
Indeed. Quite the mystery.
What if they found out by accident?
What do you mean by accident?
Oh, when they were in the fucking
What if
sauna doing the
killer took their own
competition.
handbook into the sauna, not knowing its weakness?
Mondo didn't take
and it
off his
broke?
clothes. He had everything on.
They'd realize it was broken, of course, and it wouldn't be hard to figure out why. And once they had Chihiro's handbook, they knew they had an easy way to dispose of it.
I won't say it's not possible, but who would have done something like that? I don't know of anyone who took their handbook into the sauna.
I might know someone who did.
Whoa! Seriously?
I think the one who may have taken their handbook into the sauna was...
Oh. This bro. I don't want to do this to this bro.
Here's my answer. Mondo, your handbook got broken in the sauna, didn't it?
What? Why? Why do you keep accusing him?
Mondo and Taka had an endurance contest in the sauna not too long ago, remember? And for the contest, Mondo just so happened to keep his school uniform on.
Yeah, like a
Little did he
dumb.
realize he'd also left his handbook in one of his uniform pockets. And when it was all over, Mondo discovered that taking your handbook into the sauna could easily destroy it.
No, wait, hold on. You've got it all wrong. He would never kill.
I mean, he is a gangster.
Show me the proof. The actual solid proof.
Oh, okay. Ooh, okay. I got multiple broken e-handbook, Chihiro's handbook, card reader.
Let's test Makoto's assertion. If what he says is correct, then Mondo, you broke your own handbook.
In other words, if Mondo's handbook is actually broken, then that proves that what Makoto said is right.
Well, my goddamn handbook works just fine!
See? Look! Makoto was wrong after all! Mondo wouldn't hurt a fly!
Okay. I'm sure Mondo broke in the sauna showdown. I just need to prove that. Then that will show that the handbook Mondo actually might be.
Let's test
Okay.
Makoto's assertion. If what he says is correct, then Mondo, you broke your own handbook.
In other words, if Mondo's handbook is actually broken, then that proves that what Makoto said is right.
Well, my goddamn handbook works just fine!
Okay.
No, that's wrong.
Then show us then,
Mondo,
sucker.
The handbook you have right now, is it really yours?
The fuck is that supposed to mean?
The broken handbook that was in the main hall. Isn't that one actually yours?
Okay.
What the heck are you talking about?
Oh, so he has
What I
Leon's.
mean is, I think Mondo swapped his handbook out for one that actually works. I think he took Leon's handbook and replaced it with his own. After all, Monokuma said himself that Leon's handbook never should have broken.
That's right! The punishment it suffered wasn't nearly enough to destroy it.
Dang, what you gotta do to destroy
The
it?
broken handbook in the main hall is actually Mondo's, which would mean that the handbook Mondo has right now is actually Leon's, yes?
But doesn't that violate the school regulation that says loaning out your handbook is prohibited?
He bought out.
Well, here's how I look at it. There is a rule about loaning your handbook to another student, but if they're dead, they're not a student. It's kind of a gray area, I admit. But no
We discussed this at the
If
beginning.
anything, it just makes things more interesting. As such, I decree that exchanging handbooks with a corpse is not a violation of the rules.
Well, Mondo,
All right then.
if I'm wrong about this, you're welcome to say so. I'm happy to admit I made a mistake, but...
Son of a bitch!
Ooh.
What's wrong, bro? Come on! Tell him he's wrong! You are wrong! You have to be wrong!
Okay.
Everything you just said is wrong! You made it all up!
Okay, then why don't we look back on this case one more time, from the beginning?
Okay.
That way, everything will become clear, and we'll all see if I was right or wrong.
Closing climax begin. Okay, so she went to go get her little duffel. Celeste looking like a baddie. And then question mark, what?
First, let's take a look back.
Alright, so I was pretty much right for the most part.
Last night, Celeste saw Chihiro in the warehouse, correct? At the time, she was apparently stuffing something into a duffel bag. That something was a blue tracksuit. You can confirm this, right, Celeste? With bag in hand, Chihiro headed out, even though it was officially nighttime. She made her way to the locker room, specifically the boys' locker room. But how could the victim, who was apparently a girl, access the boys' locker room? Simple, because she was really a he, which is why he was able to use his own handbook to gain entrance to the boys' locker room. Once inside, he met with someone there. And the person he met was the one who killed him. It seems likely that the killer grabbed the nearby dumbbell, approached the unsuspecting Chihiro, and attacked him. And that's where the bloodstains on the poster and carpeting in the boys' locker room came from. It was likely in the heat of the moment. The body was arranged, but the murder itself felt unplanned. Which is why the killer hurried to try and hide the act. First, pulling up the bloodstained carpet. Then, removing the bloody poster. And finally carrying the corpse into the girls' locker room. A girl's handbook was necessary to get into the locker room, of course. But this alone doesn't prove that the killer was necessarily a girl. After all, Sayaka and Junko's handbooks had been placed in the main hall. Using one of those, a boy could get into the girls' locker room without much problem. And that's exactly how the killer did it. With the carpet and the poster they brought with them, they got to work. They changed the layout of the boys' and girls' locker room in what you might call a crime scene switch. That could have been the end of things, but no. Byakuya discovered the body and decided to intervene in the situation, making things even more complicated. So, after stumbling on the crime scene, he went and grabbed the extension cord from the library, and then he got to work. He used the cord to string up Chihiro's lifeless body. Then, using the victim's own blood, he left a grisly message there at the scene of the crime. He wanted to create the illusion that Genocide Jack was responsible for the slaughter. And around the same time that Byakuya was putting together this facade, the killer, having already
I could not tell what that last panel was, like, to save my life.
Arrived at the sauna. There, they planned to destroy the last piece of evidence, Chihiro's handbook. And just as the killer expected, the steamy sauna was enough to ruin the electronic gadget. Somehow, the killer knew that the handbook couldn't stand up to the heat of the sauna.
Okay.
And the reason they knew that is because the sauna had already wrecked their own handbook. And that's how it all played out.
Ugh.
Isn't that right, Mondo Orada?
Why do you make him look like that?
Wait! No! This can't be right! Where's your evidence? Yeah! Where's your evidence?
Oh no, he's freaking out.
You need proof! Without any proof, you can't pin any of this on him!
They already revealed the self-evidence that, okay. Yes, please tell me. Fever time and nega time. During bullet time, if you press the space key, a fever time will activate. Tempo will be forced to its max. At this point, even if you push the buttons at random, you won't miss. You can also push right mouse button, left mouse button. Okay. Okay. Your tempo marker will disappear and make it quite a bit tougher. If you were to activate fever time at this point, no one would mind. Nothing would happen. Don't know what I was worried about. Unsurprisingly, your condition is set to if your action is okay. All right. Well, I'll know if I'm set to gentle if I.
Show me some evidence. You're wrong. I won't listen. I refute you. False. Show me some evidence. I won't listen. False. I refuse to vote. Show me some evidence. You're wrong. I won't listen.
Okay.
I refute you. False.
What the fuck is happening? I don't know what I'm doing.
I won't listen. False. You're corrupt. I refuse to vote.
Is this...
Give it another shot. Yes, please.
I refuse to give up yet.
All right. Okay, all right.
Show me some evidence.
This should prove it.
Ooh, I got lucky. Oh my god, I got fucking lucky. I didn't know.
If my thinking so far is right, Mondo must have replaced his broken handbook with Leon's. In which case, we can just check each of our handbooks right now.
Oh, that fucking sucks dick. I hate it.
We don't gotta do that.
Huh?
Yeah, I did it. I killed him.
Okay, so I got A overall.
Bro, what are you saying?
I got no choice, man. After hearing all that, I gotta just give up. Go ahead, Monokuma. Get it over with. Ask for the goddamn verdict.
Ooh, why are you so cool, Mondo?
Wait! Hold on!
No waiting! No holding on! Time for the moment we've all been waiting for! Grab your lever and get a yank! Who will you elect as the Blackened this time around? Will you make the right choice or the dreadfully wrong one? What's it gonna be? What's it gonna be?
Alright, Mr. Old Corn on the Cob head himself is here. Oh, this time looks like you got it right again. Yeah, so the black gun that killed Chihiro Fujisaki was Mondo Wada. Oh. In case you're wondering, the vote was not unanimous. Kiyotako chose the wrong answer. You're treading very close to the danger zone, Mr. Ishimaru. You need to be more careful. I refuse to believe it. There's no way he would kill someone.
Sorry.
Why are you apologizing? Why? Tell me why.
Now then.
Well, looks like Mondo's taking a vow of silence, so allow me to...
Actually...
this time is a sad story of two men. But for anyone who doesn't really want to hear it, you can, okay. Anyway. Whose name was Chihiro Fujisaki. He had extremely inferiority complex regarding his lack of own strength. You're so weak, even though you're a boy. He heard things that as long as he could remember, he could overcome his weakness. On the contrary, he tried to hide and bury himself further into that weakness, to take on the fragile form of a petite young girl. He had chosen that as his way out. How nobody be able to say anything about, even though you're a boy, no matter how tightly wrapped up in that shell. No matter how tightly he wrapped up himself in the shell, the inferiority complex had already taken root deep inside of him. It was not so easily weeded out. As it turned out, the shell was a complex empty. The complex didn't disappear. Instead, it only grew stronger and stronger. I'm weak.
Weak.
So chose to dress up like a girl so that way, like, he wouldn't be called weak because it's a girl. So once the kill game had begun here at the school, he had no choice but to accept his fate. After all, this world is survival of the fittest. If you're not strong, you don't survive. And then the lovely and hateful Monokuma announced the revealing of the embarrassing secrets, which of course include Chihiro's embarrassing secret, which I was more than willing to divulge. Even though he dresses like a girl, Chihiro is actually a boy.
Hey,
And that was something Chihiro couldn't let anyone find out, no matter the cost. If that was revealed, it would be the end. The hardened shell would crack and the armor would fall away. Without a doubt, those around him would torture him even more than ever before. Everyone figured being thrust into such a dilemma must have sent him spiraling into despair. And yet,
I'm sorry.
Sorry, don't really want to talk to anyone about it right now, but also I want to leave things the way they are, so maybe I can talk about it later. After I try my best to become strong, then I can tell everyone. Annoyingly, he used the threat of discovery to motivate himself and become stronger.
That's right.
Now's my chance.
I want to change.
I'm going to get stronger and accept who I am. Strong enough so that when someone says, even though you're a boy, I'll be okay, I'll be better. I mean, do you want to be a boy? With that thought at the front of his mind, he resolved to take immediate action. That day she made the commitment to begin exercising. She was prepared to restrain her mind and body, but sadly, that would be the first and only chance she would get.
Hey,
When she decided to start exercising, she thought it would be a good to ask for someone's help. But she wanted to tell that person her secret first, then asked her to help her from there. The person she went to it was me. Yep, it sure was. Biker Gang fella had been painfully clear about how important his manly promises were, so Chihiro probably figured that even if she could confide in Mondo, his honor would make him keep the secret, okay? Plus, Mr. Macho Mondo was a very simple and strong man that Chihiro had always aspired to be. Maybe talking to Mondo about it will help me give some courage. So he went and asked Mondo to help him become stronger. That was his inspiration, and thought that only with Mondo's support would he be ever able to come close to that.
Correct.
So then that must be why Mondo did what he did, to keep the promise he made to Chihiro. Huh? Did what he did? You mean that's why Mondo carried Chihiro from the boys' locker room into the girls' locker room?
Indeed.
Yes, that's exactly. Oh, so he wasn't trying to cover it up. He just wanted to honor her wishes. Wasn't that cover up what he done?
Certainly.
That could have been part of it, but I don't think it was the main reason. The real purpose was to keep the promise between men he made between Chihiro.
But
How does moving the body keep his secret? Because if everyone knew he'd been killed in the boys' locker room, then everyone would have been arguing about how she got into the boys' locker room, right? Once that started up, at least a few of us would have immediately begun to suspect his identity. He tried to protect Chihiro's secret by putting him in the girls' locker room and stealing his handbook. See? Then Mondo did all that he to keep the promise he made with Chihiro. Okay. Why would he do that? The more I hear you talk, the more I don't understand. You guys trust each other, right? So why did you? Because no matter what, I didn't want anyone to know.
I knew it.
So that's what triggered it after all. The possibility of having embarrassing memories, secrets exposed, okay?
What is this?
That's impossible. Nothing could have been that bad. Something he didn't want anyone to know, even if it meant killing someone, is impossible.
Don't make me repeat myself.
All right, chill. To judge others by your own standards, the height of folly. Even if you can't comprehend it, he obviously can. That's all there is to it. Well, while we're on the subject, why don't I tell you the embarrassing memory that didn't want anyone to know? You know what Mondo did? He killed his own brother. Okay, that is a secret to kill for. Damn. Mondo, the ultimate right gang leader, makes all the hoodlums and riffraff across the country tremble. But the only reason he had a chance to join the gang in the first place because of a certain someone. Mondo's other brother was named Daya Owada. Mondo had nothing but respect for him. It was because of Daya that Mondo got into on a motorcycle. Mondo's brother was the only family growing up. He was the only one Mondo could trust and respect. He wanted to measure up to his big brothers, so he imitated him in everything he did. Mondo was the epitome of the starry-eyed kid brother. Meanwhile, the charismatic older brother had to put together a local motorcycle gang, and before anyone knew it, it had grown into the biggest biker gang in the country. Daya, the older brother, #1 in the gang, and his #2, his younger brother, Mondo. In the beginning, everything was peaches and gravy. But when Mondo started to think about how he would have to take over the gang from his brother someday, his brother's greatness, his reputation began to gnaw on Mondo's very soul. The kid's going to take over for Daya, huh? Daya created this gang with his bare hands. Mondo's just along for the ride. Someone like that really be the leader? All that'll do is make the gang look bad. Almost every day, Mondo heard gossip and whispers on okay, for one, why do you have like all the tea on Mondo? Which is why
I just
gotta get stronger than Daya. Just one time. No matter what, I gotta win.
with me.
I don't care what it takes. I gotta come out on top. And on that night, the Amazing Brothers retirement ceremony, Mondo challenged him to a secret race. But during the race, tragedy struck. The kid brother pushed ahead with reckless abandon, eager for victory, dashed into oncoming traffic. But suddenly, it was accidentally killed his brother. I mean, I guess it's shameful, so. Laying in the kid brother's arm, the older brother delivered his final words. "My bad, kid. I fucked up. Sorry." Of course, he knew it was his brother's fault, but he never blamed him for what happened. "Hey, kid, the rest is up to you. No matter what, you got to keep the gang going. Because it's the team, you and me, put together. It's a promise between men." He decided to hide the truth about what happened from everyone else in the gang in order to keep the gang together and keep the promise to his brother. He could never admit to anyone that it was his own weakness that caused the accident, but as a result, the team was made even stronger under the banner and the kid who bested his big brother. Daya was going to lose his kid brother, so he got stupid and got himself killed. That became the explanation for what happened. Mondo's lie became the truth. He wanted to lead the team so bad he was willing to tell all kinds of lies about his brother.
I'm
strong. Strong, and yet... As soon as the killing game began, he realized no matter how tough he pretended to be, he was just another weakling that could die in an instant. And then the hateful Monokuma announced the revealing of the embarrassing secrets. At that point, it was clear I would have no problem shedding light to the secret. Mondo killed his own older brother. No matter what, I couldn't let the other gang members find out. If that happened, everything would have been ruined. Everything me and my brother had worked to create would have been destroyed. His death and guilt would have been carrying around. It would all been for nothing. That's why, Mondo. After I saw what Monokuma had on me, my head filled up with all kind of fuzzy uneasiness. It started swirling around. I never felt anything like it before. I didn't know what to do about it. I was sure what to think, I wasn't sure what to think or say. But after a while, the fuzziness became uneasy. I turned myself into a rock-hard lump of anxiety, weighed down to my stomach, and it was right around then when Chihiro asked me to start working out with him, and right then he told me a secret. Seriously, Jesus.
I'm sorry.
I'm sorry I lied to you, but why? Why are you telling me this all of a sudden? Huh? Because you've kept the secret all this time, right? If anyone found out, you would. You're right, but
I want to change.
I want to change. I wrap myself in lies. I'm weak. I want to destroy that version of me forever. So he felt like super guilty that he couldn't change. It was like he was exposing the lie I've been living myself. I have to change, and I don't. So like the added pressure and anxiety like drove him over the edge. You're strong. It can't hurt you, right? Whatever secret Monokuma might tell us. Oh, and then like that added factor too. So what you're saying, I should just say it?
What?
You're saying if I really am, I should just be able to tell everyone my secret? Huh? I was jealous. I was jealous of Chihiro's strength. He had the strength to face his own weakness to try to overcome it. I'm so sad. So jealous. And that jealousy broke me. Are you making fun of me? I'm strong. Are you fucking with me right now? I'm not making fun of you. You're really strong, Mondo. Yeah, he had the complex all along where it's just like he thinks everybody else is looking down on him. Like, it's a sucky situation. I can see how people hate Mondo for this, but like when you put people to extreme measures, like the true animal instincts comes out. What am I supposed to do? I'm supposed to sit back and let my secret get revealed and ruin everything?
What's wrong? Damn you!
Why'd you tell me all that? Are you trying to rub my failure in my face?
I just wanted to.
Oh.
Yeah, that's right.
I am strong. I am strong. Stronger than you.
Son of a bitch.
And stronger than Daya. I didn't remember anything after that. When I woke up again, he was lying at my feet, covered in blood. I had a dumbbell in my hand. I was just staring at him, down on the ground, on Kiyotaka. I killed him.
I killed Chihiro. Even after all this time, I'm still just as weak as I've always been. And thanks to that, I did something I can never take back.
He was so normally aggressive, so angry. He hid that weak side away from everyone. That was his secret. His weakness like that lived in a heart like his, and it turned cold-blooded. Damn it. Look at him. You see? You're all just like him. For a secret from the past, for a memory, for that, he killed another living human in cold blood. He couldn't cut free his strength from the outside. He doesn't know what true strength is. Do you see hope anywhere in here? Cause I sure don't. Bastard. Just shut up, you son of a bitch. Go ahead and say that again, I dare you.
Yep.
Okay, I'll say it as many times as you want. I want to, is what I want to say, but unfortunately I can't do that right now because it's time for the punishing is fast approaching. Punishing?
Kid me.
You mean execution?
Well now.
That's what I promised you, right? The blackened that disturbs the peace will be punished.
Ridiculous.
Hold on.
Now then, I prepared a very special punishment. Let's give it everything we've got. It's punishment time!
Fuck. The trials are so like fun and like interesting figuring out who did it, but then you realize that at the end you gotta send somebody to their death.
Sorry, man. I couldn't keep the promise we made. From what?
See how bad this punishment is. Okay. I don't even know where this is heading. The cage of death. Okay. I don't even know. What the fuck happened to him? Did he disintegrate? Turned him to, Turned him to butter? How? Mondo butter? No, thank you. Laugh at death and your own soul will forever be at peace. It can't be. I can't believe it's not butter. Alright, we'll stop. Another execution. I want to feel again. Everyone's lives are taken so lightly. I feel like I'm going to go mad. Maybe I'll just let it happen. Alright. Alright, sorry, sir.
Relax.
As Taka screams invaded our skulls, we were forced to realize once again. Of course, he had to. What a disappointment. This is the end of the game. Yakuya.
What is this?
Completely insane. You know that. The game, one of our friends is dead. You do realize that. Of course I do, because it's a game of life or death. I don't have time. I don't have anything to say to you. I don't have a response except that.
However,
just don't understand why. Why did you go out of your way to disguise Mondo's crime? Yeah, that's like, oh, he's on, like, you know when you do shit like this, either A, you, like, that just makes you a #1 target, shit stirrer, or, like, motherfuckers are always going to constantly be voting you out, and if you keep raising suspicion, like, you're going to fucking die. Last night, the murder took place. I was in the library as usual. You the nighttime rule too? Everyone asked me. I don't recall agreeing to it.
There is nothing to be done.
Well, I don't particularly care. Please continue. How was he acting surprised? Or whatever. I don't care. He was such a fool. He didn't have the slightest idea that I'd seen him. So you're saying you knew who the culprit was from the very beginning?
That's right.
Indeed, but I had but if it had been the end of it, how boring would that have been? Okay, I mean that was a waste of time to have answer. That's why I decided to lend a little helping hand, so liven things up. You did all that to liven things up.
See.
After hearing about Genocide Jack from Toko, you decided to use that to get a fake murder scene. But damn, if we hadn't figured out who'd really done it, you would have been dead too, right? Really? Well, obviously I would have revealed the truth before it reached to that point. Of course. Turned to look me in the eye. I could feel his sharp eyes piercing to me. Thanks to a certain remarkable someone, it never did. And I was able to perform an interesting experiment. Once I decide to become the Blackened, I know who I'll have to watch out for. Yo, he's like saying, yo, you with some shits. You might be you're adequate. So that was your reason. Are you satisfied?
Indeed.
I mean, she was doing some big brain plays too. Well, we're done listening to your story. Moving on.
Hey.
There's something I'd like to ask you, Monokuma.
What's this?
What's up?
You.
You like to perform elaborate executions each time, correct? My question is why? Do you like them? But you know, this punishment, this despair, is not just for you. All this punishment, all this despair is my gift to mankind itself. You're over-exaggerating. I am not over-exaggerating. These punishments are meant to transform all hope to despair. What do you mean? 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 Mean?
What the heck?
Mean. Okay, he's broken. Good grief. Don't understand why you have to pick up apart every little stupid thing. Whatever, it doesn't matter. Are you broadcasting this to people? In the end, I'm going to stand alone as the victor. Everything will be revealed to me. Sure.
Ooh, how exciting.
As a noble son of a noble family, truly you understand me. I think this is the start of a terrifying friendship. Shut up, I would never stoop to the level of a childish criminal like you. Let me just say this. After I've achieved complete victory, you're up next. I'm going to find you, I'm going to kill you, understand?
In the name of my family.
The name of the Togami family, for which victory is a foregone conclusion.
You're getting all riled up.
Oh, cool. It's like you're a main character of a video game or something. No trash mob for you. I swear, whatever it takes, I will kill you. Woohoo, temper. Sounds like someone needs a nap.
Relax.
Alright, Monokuma's laughter peeled across the courtroom, and the sun turned close on the case of Chihiro and Mondo, but I knew that wasn't the end. The killing game will still continue, because the mastermind wouldn't let it end. For those of us who were still alive, the worst fear and despair kept on multiplying. It was the kind of despair that felt the blind puppy in hell had more of a future than us, okay? It was the worst kind of despair.
Well, anyway, like I was saying...
What's going on here?
This is a pretty good spot. Yeah, a really good spot.
Who are you?
Anyway, isn't it amazing how that girl went and killed someone before things even had a chance to get boring?
Okay, isn't it amazing how the girl went and killed someone before things even had a chance to get boring? Isn't it amazing how that girl went and killed someone before things even had a chance to get boring?
Once things really get moving, it'll be like a roller coaster. There won't be any stopping it.
Okay.
Fear and despair charge forward at a speed nothing can hope to match. But I must admit, I'm disappointed. I went to all the pain and effort of making you part of the group, and you couldn't play your part. You do remember you were supposed to make the first move, right?
Is there somebody working with Monokuma
Well,
here?
no biggie. Nothing we can do about it now, so just do your best to make things more exciting from now on, okay? After all, that's what everyone wants to see.
Okay. There's something I'd like to ask
As long
you.
as you don't want to know my measurements, fire away.
Anyway, who is it? The 16th high school student. So there's 16 of the students. It was only 15. And then there's somebody that's also working with Monokuma.
My, you really took me by surprise there.
He's like,
Stupid, I'm not gonna let you get the chance.
I know I said you could ask anything, but... Super denied, ultra denied, demonic denied. Because you see, that's my ace in the hole.
there's like another student running around here. Somebody's going to die. And it's going to be that student. And then we got to figure out where they're at.
And nobody'd be dumb enough to reveal that, right? No matter how close they were to their friends.
Okay. Who is it? It has to be somebody that was kind of low key. Boy's Life of Despair.